Evening to you. Well, with women appointed to be the new commander, the women of the Texas A&M Corps of Cadets have a lot to celebrate.
And tonight, the women of the Corps honored 40 years of service in the organization. KAGS HD News reporter Ian Smith introduced us to a woman who was one of the first female cadets 40 years ago.
Celebrating 40 years, tonight is one night these female cadets will never forget, especially for those that came first. Winnie Jackson Howland is one of the first 50 women to serve in the Corps, and back then, things were different.
We had to fight to march in, we had to fight to eat at Duncan, we had to fight to do all that stuff.
Old and new cadets spent time reminiscing and looking at photos of women in the Corps through the years. This is a photo of Mandy Scott, the first female deputy Corps commander in 1987. And today, she says the Corps has transformed.
When I stepped on this quad back in 1983, I was one of 70 females in the Corps out of a 2,000-member Corps. So what it means to me is that our legacy has lived on. The organization has evolved.
For the women in this room who are the first female cadets, celebrating 40 years is a dream come true, especially since for the first time in 139 years, a woman will be the commander.
Alyssa is, she's kind of the realization of all of our dreams. And it's hard to express how deep that goes.
20-year-old Alyssa Mihalki will take leadership of the Corps in May, and she thanks the women like Winnie who helped make it possible.
To be a female, I think it pays tribute to those women who came here 40 years ago and who first blazed the trail 40 years ago. You know, they faced a lot more adversity and hostility than I ever did.
But for Winnie, being a part of something that made her dream happen brings a tear to her eyes.
I am so amazed and grateful to have, I'm going to start crying, to have gotten to be a part of the beginning of that.
Paving the way for future cadets. In College Station, Ian Smith, KAGS HD News.
Alyssa takes command of the Corps on May 9th. Right now, she holds the highest rank of any Corps member that is not a senior. She is the first woman to hold that position as well.